Welcome back everyone. How are we all doing today? In this video, I'll be walking us through my top trade setup, the one I currently have open and the one I'm planning to trade next week. So without further ado guys, let's get right into it. Alright, so in the first trade I would like to share with you is my short trade on NZD card. Okay, I joined this trade on Friday, and the reason why I joined on Friday is because I already started managing the other trade I have on NZD CHF, which is right here. Okay, I'm also selling NZD CHF, but I started selling NZD CHF since Tuesday. Yes, since Tuesday, the 16th of July, 2024. Alright, so I joined a short trade right there, and the market did a decent pullback for a minute before it started going down. So there is a possibility of me actually getting a TP right here, and that will be me targeting the April low. And if the market decided to break below this April low, then I might start targeting the all-time high. But in the meantime, my trailing stop is already executed, okay, and I'm willing to just see how this trade actually goes. So the trade is running quietly well, okay, and actually I've explained the reason why I joined this trade in the first place in the previous video I recorded. You can go ahead and check it out. All right, and you can see what actually inspired it the most is the break of the structure, the pullback, and the continuation. So that is another reason why I joined the trade. Okay, like you know, I'm a structure trader, so I just look for structure, look for support, look for resistance, and I joined the trade moving forward. So that is the reason why I actually opened another sell trade on NZD. Okay, it's because the fact that this trade is already trailed. Okay, so there is no more risk involved in this particular trade, and that was the reason why I was able to open this trade on Friday. So these are the only two trades I currently have open, and moving forward, the other trade that I was able to close at break even, or let's say my trading stop got triggered, was Euro GBP. Okay, I'm also looking to see if I can get into another trade. All right, you can see my trading stop got triggered on Friday, and that got closed out, so I was able to enter NZD card. All right, I keep my trade 2 to 3 trades running concurrently, okay, or simultaneously, as the case may be. So this trade got closed out last week, and I'm looking for another entry. Maybe after the retest of this trend line, maybe I'm going to see a more further sell-off. So I will look for another entry around there. That is the reason why I still have this pair Euro GBP as part of my top trade setup, okay, one of my top watch list. Okay, so I want to see if I can get into another further sell trade or short position on Euro GBP moving forward. It still looks quite bearish, okay, even looking at the chart on the daily bands. Okay, you can see that the bearish trade is there. The bearishness in the market is still quite strong, and the target is still ultimately at 2022 mid low or the 2022 main low. Okay, I just target there. You can go back in time a little bit to see what I mean by the 2022 mid low and the 2022 main low. As you can see right there, okay, the 2022 mid low was right here. Okay, and then the 2022 main low is right here. You can see the front part of it. So that's my major, those are my main target area. Okay, so I'm still looking forward to see if I can take another sell trade on Euro GBP. It's quite bearish, and I wouldn't mind taking another shot at selling it. So moving forward, if I see a break above this structure, okay, probably the market went up to break above it. I will probably take a pause on the trade itself. I won't take a buy right here. No, I would definitely wait for it to break above here, pull back decisively, then I'll start looking for a buy trade to 2024. Simple as that. But anything above here, or excuse me, anything below here, I will look for a short trade moving forward. Okay, but if I see anything above here, I will look for buy on Euro GBP. So that was my trade plan on Euro GBP. So let's go to gold real quickly before things get really funny. Okay, so gold, we all see what happened on Friday. Yes, I believe it's on Friday, and it was a sight. It was a sight to see. So we saw a sell-off, a over 480 pips sell-off on gold, and I forecasted this. Okay, I said that in one of my shorts. Okay, I said there's a possibility of the market actually retesting back here and pulling up but I'm not going to take this trade because this pullback is quite small. All right. I wouldn't mind risking or missing out on the trade, but I'm not going to take that trade at all. The only trade I would rather pick is if I can get a much deeper pullback. As a matter of fact, this was my my mark. If I can get a pullback all the way down to this zone right here, okay, this particular level, a pullback to this place, if I can get a price action, then I will look for buy trade. All right, moving forward, because obviously gold is still quite bullish. But as the case may be, the market in fact came all the way down to this zone right here. It came down to 2400, which is this is a psychological level and a level that I will take very seriously. All right. So this is the plan now. The plan is still very simple. If we fail to see a break above here, I mean a break below that level, it's still quite decent to look for a more bullish entry, okay, a more bullish trade. And that is exactly what I will be gunning for this week moving forward. But first off, I want to see a very decent maybe 4-hour candlestick that closed bullish, so it will guide my thought into an entry. Although most of the time I miss out on trade waiting for candlestick, whereas I could have just joined right there, okay, right here, right now, I could have just take a buy trade and then just target my up, okay, just target my TP or the all-time high right here, which is not going to be a very terrible thing, but based on my trade plan and my check boxes, I like to implement. I mean, I like to see a candlestick pattern, and the same thing that I got me into this trade in the first place, the one I took here, okay, which is very nice. So I took a trade here. So it's another trade I took last week, but was really good. All right, excuse me. Okay, it was another very interesting trade. Although I closed it quite earlier than necessary, I think I closed it somewhere around there, which was very nice. All right. However, I think I might get into another trade right inside here. Okay, right inside this box. Okay, if I get a candlestick that closed bullish, something like this right there. All right, and there is also possibility that the bearish momentum will continue on good. All right, because we've seen it happen before, and by seeing it happen before, let me show you what I'm talking about. As you can see right here after this all-time high, okay, at 2450, okay, the market came down, rush, something like this, and then it ranges a little bit, and then we saw the final move to the downside, poof. All right, so we might see something like this again this week, and then we see it actually touch April low again, okay, April June low again. So this is something that's happened before, and sometimes, or most of the time, it is bound to repeat itself, which is the full definition of technical analysis in the first place. All right, so I won't be surprised if I see something like that moving forward. But aside that, I think it is better to just wait for the trade to officially or properly form itself. Okay, we need to see a formulation of the price to actually get really prepared and be ready to for an entry. Okay, you have to wait for the build up. That's what I'm trying to say. So moving forward, let's check USD JPY. USD JPY started a very decent pullback. Okay, I was expecting the same thing on USD CHL, which is the next pair I'll be checking. All right, but that didn't come, so I missed out on USD CHL. But let's talk about USD JPY first. So right now, we saw that since the break below this support, which was actually a very fast candlestick, that it's just pierced through that support and it destroyed the whole structure, and it didn't even give me the chance to join. All right. So since then, I was waiting for a much deeper pullback, and that seems to have happened right now. It's actually happening right now. So what I'm actually waiting for, or what my plan really is now, is to see the price actually come back to the Fibonacci retracement is already done anyways. Okay, the Fibonacci pullback is done. You can see that the price is already at 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. So all I'm waiting for now is to see if I can get a 2 or a 8-hour candlestick that close a candlestick, 8-hour candlestick basically, that close below this level. Okay, if I can see one that closed below it, excuse me for that. If I can see one that closed below this level right here, okay, if I can see a candlestick that closed below this level right there, that would be a much decent entry for me. Okay, so I can take a much cheaper sell trade. All right. However, it might be another push, another rush in the market, like this kind of candle. All right, I could get up, I could get myself into a missed trade again, something like this. So I will be very careful here. Like I said, I might have to enter with a pending order, all right, on this particular trade. But I'm quite waiting for this. Okay, I would really love to join this trade. I don't want to miss this because it's quite decent. However, there's also a possibility that the market can continue to go up because overall UJ is bullish, and I'm very sure nobody can actually doubt that because on a weekly band you can see how bullish it is. It is very, very, very bullish. All right, so best thing we can do now is just to wait for maybe a short sell, all the way down to a short sell. Is actually, my short sell is targeting 2023 2024 key level. Okay, just a more like a support level, so we can now wait for maybe a much further push to the upside on United States dollar, Japanese yen. So the next trade I'm also checking is USD I made a very nice short, okay, a short sell or a sell trade, okay, on USD last week, which was very painful because I was watching the chart while it was busy playing all of this out. Okay, I watched it. I was sitting on my desk right here, and I watched all of this play out without me, and it was quite painful. That is the truth. Okay, but there's nothing I could do. I can't just join the trade without any proper setup. Okay, it is not my plan. As a matter of fact, I could have joined the trade right here or right here, but I missed out on it, so that was on me. The next thing to see is that if I can get a retest of this particular structure that was broken, so I can take a sell alongside USD All right, I might have to pick one of them. Okay, maybe I will pick USD or I will pick USD but anyone that comes first, I will pick it and I will see how it goes. The next pair I'm also watching is NZD. Okay, so this pair also broke below structure. Okay, you can see most of the pair actually broke structure last week, Friday, and it is very interesting. When you see stuff like this, you know something is cooking or maybe there's a trap on the way. So I'm very careful right now, and so far I'm already on NZD card. I don't think I'm on NZD card at the same time. I also have a trade on NZD that is running profit, both of them, and they are both short trades. So taking another shot on NZD is like over leveraging or my account or just New Zealand dollar, the NZD pair. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so New Zealand dollar for now, you know, New Zealand dollar USD, basically I'll be staying away from it. Okay, but it's a very decent trade. If we get a pullback, there might be a possibility for what, a further sell-off, okay, in NZD dollar. So Australian dollar USD is a counter. I have a counter trade that is against on New Zealand dollar USD, okay, because we all know that Australian dollar, United States dollar, and Kiwi, okay, Aussie and Kiwi, they are very, very correlated. They are extremely correlated, and because they are neighboring country. All right, so I am looking for a short trade on Kiwi dollar, whereas I'm waiting for a buy trade on Aussie dollar. And sometimes you might get into a trade like this that they will conflict each other. At the end of the day, you still make profits from both, even if you trade them opposite in an opposite direction. So, but the fact is, I'm not gonna join this impulsively. I'm not just gonna take a buy right now. I mean, it doesn't make sense. That's not how I trade. Basically, okay, I will wait for a break of this trend line, a break of the structure, and then maybe if I can get a pullback to this level, then I will look for buy. All right, I might be entering a little bit late. Okay, but I like that better. Okay, I like that structure better because it puts me in a more peaceful zone, in a much more easier and comfortable area to look for the trade. Okay, because I don't like jumping in and getting my ass kicked. I don't like that very much. So the next trade I'm also watching is WTI, which is crude oil. So a quick one on crude oil. Due to the drop, the heavy sell-off on gold last week, we saw the same thing happen on WTI, and it just broke below support. Just broke below support. This is not gonna freak me out, and this is not going to get me into a sell trade on WTI because of the sell-off. I've seen it happen so many times. I'm not going to be tricked into taking a short trade right now just to drag my butt back into the range. All right, so the first thing I'm going to be waiting for as far as WTI is concerned is to see if I can get a pullback to retest this key zone. And not just that, a candlestick pattern that indicates a further sell-off. All right, if I can get that, then I will take that NZD. I mean, I will take that trade on WTI. But for the meantime, I am not interested. Despite the drop, okay, the over 200 pips drop in price, I am not interested. I'm patient. I'm going to be patient and I'll wait for a proper trade setup on WTI moving forward. The next trade plan is pound CHF. Okay, pound CHF looks quite decent. All right, it looks quite interesting. Even much more than Australian dollar CHF and Euro CHF, and I just drag both of them into the abyss, okay, because I don't want to check them again. I want to probably focus on pound CHF. First thing about pound CHF is because what makes it quite interesting is this pullback, okay, and you can see the pullback is actually back to the previous structure, all right. And if I can as well drag this level, you can see there was a time this level was used as resistance, broken, used as support. Now it's being used as another support. So this is a very important key zone right here, okay. And it is very important to note that, okay, pound also seems quite bullish, okay. It looks quite bullish, so I won't be rushing into this trade for no reason at all, okay. So the first thing is to see a break above this high, okay. If I can get a break above it, then I will look for buy right at the top here, okay. And my target is going to be at the top, and let me quickly show you where my target is going to be. I'm not sure I actually have that pan out ready, but let's see if I can get the TP level right there. So I think I just found one. So first off, my first TP is going to be right here, just a bit above here, and this is excuse me, all right, good. This is gonna be what is this? This is 2022, okay. So this is 2022 high basically. All right, so okay, good. So 2022 high, all right, that's first. And secondly, we're gonna probably, this pair also ranges a lot, so it's kind of okay. I have 2021 high right there, okay. So actually it's mid 2022 high anyways, okay. It is mid, okay, mid 2022 high, and right here at the top, okay, we have the main 2022 high right here. So this is 2022 high, which is the main one. All right, so these are going to be my TP level right there for my buy, and you can see the build up is actually quite decent, okay. We can as well just adjust the trend line to this level right there, okay. So if I get the continuation of that trend, there's a possibility of me actually joining the buy trade, okay. And the first target is going to be right at the mid 2022 high, and I'll further take the TP, or I'll further trail the TP all the way up to maybe, you know, 2022 high, the main one at the top right here, okay. So that's the plan on pound CHF. It looks decent, it looks real cool, all right. Or alternatively, if I get a break below this level, I'm not going to take a short trade. A break below this level, I'm not going to take a short trade. I'll rather wait for a break below this key zone right here, okay. If I get a break below this key zone, then I will probably look for a short trade right here, because like I said, it ranges a lot. The pair ranges a whole lot. However, because this is a daily time frame, all right, so maybe if I can get the price, if I can get the chart to 4 hour, and I can see a much, okay, I think there's a possibility of taking a short trade on the 4 hour band, okay. I'm gonna just rephrase my thought on that. If I can get a break below this level and a pullback that is decent enough, and is now using this area as resistance, the same way it did here before it uses as support. Currently it's using it as support, but if you break this support level and pull back and go resisted right here, right, then I might look into a short trade. But this trend line is the only issue I have, because it's a daily trend line, okay. It's the only issue I have with this sell trade, so I might risk quite small or quite little on that particular trade, okay. So that is the only reason why I was actually not focusing on taking a short trade on the daily time frame in the first place. All right, so that's on pound CHF. So let's quickly go to the next one. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is not my top trade setup, but it's part of the trade I'm also watching. Okay, it's one of my watch lists, but not my top trade watch list. So let's go to silver. Silver looks cool. As a matter of fact, it should be part of my watch list, as my top trade watch list, so to speak. Okay, forgive for that English if it doesn't make sense to you. Honestly, it doesn't make sense to me as well, but I just gotta use it. So silver looks quite decent. I lose a trade on silver last week, which was not that painful. Nah, I think I took a buy here. I took two buys. I took one buy here. This went up. I traded it here. I got close out at break even here. Then I took another buy at the top here. That didn't even play well at all. The market just came down and I lose one. So I lose -1 and plus one. So it was more like break even kind of trade overall. So right at the bottom here, because I'm already watching gold, I don't want to jump into silver as well and trade silver this while I'm also planning to trade gold. That seems like too much pressure on my account, and I don't like that. I'd rather just leave one to one. Okay, and secondly, the reason why I'm actually choosing gold over silver is because gold is more volatile, more precise and decisive in its movement than silver. As you can see right here, while gold was making a new all-time high last week, okay, while gold was building its way all the way to forming a new all-time high last week, my buy trade on silver, which was supposed to also come ahead, okay, move ahead to break the chain and form a new all-time high, probably to this level, right? That was the plan because I saw that gold is making a new all-time high. But instead, it only came all the way to this top, probably to just to come all the way to this high right here. And then what happened eventually, market touched it and just came down, and I took another buy right there, and then oops, it just came down. That was very terrible. That was not cool. So that's why I'm choosing gold over silver, even though silver has a much better setup. As you can see, what done by better setup, we can see it's retesting this support level again. Okay, it's retesting this support level again, as you can see. So this is a very important key zone that just got retested and got touched. So it's a much better setup for buy, but I don't trust it. All right, not that I don't trust it, it's very slow, very, very slow. So I'm not going to take it, and I'm going to the next pair, which is euro dollar. All right, so euro dollar, and because the reason why I call this dollar is because DXY and euro dollar, they move in a very opposite direction, so they are very weird to even trade because they move the same. Now, something interesting is forming on euro dollar, and I want you all to pay close attention to it. Last week, I forecasted something. I said there's a possibility. The fact that this top is broken doesn't means we might get a retest of March high, and if March high is broken, we might get a retest of what 2024 high. However, none of that actually happened. What happened instead was the sell-off that was initiated on Friday for God knows what reason, because there were no serious fundamentals that could have instigated that sell-off, and it started during the London session anyways. But it happened. There's nothing we can do about it than just to watch and monitor it. So right now we have euro dollar at this daily key zone. Okay, you can see right there that support level. So what is the plan? We could anticipate for a rebound from that level, first off. And secondly, we might see the market actually break below this structure, pull back, and then we might see a much further sell-off. Okay, this would be a much better trade for me. I will take a short trade right there. Okay, I'm taking a buy right now. It's not even part of my plan at all. I'm not gonna take the buy. Okay, I'm not gonna take the bait also because obviously dollar was quite weak throughout Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then on Friday from nowhere the strength just came, and then dollar became quite strong just for a mid-term strong. And I don't know where the strength is coming from, but we have some quite important news on euro this week. Okay, we have the PMI data for euro, for Canadian dollar, for pound, and for United States. So all this PMI data, we might get some really impressive and some quite interesting moving forward from the PMI. So I'm not gonna rush into this. I'm just gonna wait patiently. But the trade I'm gonna probably look forward to will be the short trade. okay, below here. All right, below here. But the pullback is not good enough for me. Okay, the pullback is not good enough for me, basically. So that's why I will take a break on the buy trade. Yeah, it's at 50%, but honestly, if I'm gonna do this Fibonacci very well, it has to be at the bottom here. But this is the last time we actually have a pullback that was decent enough, and it was up to 50%. Yes, right here. So moving forward, since then, everything has been an extension without any proper pullback. Okay, something like this. You can see just this actually didn't come all the way to 50%. So the only time we've seen the market come to 50% pullback is from here to here. And since then, since the market started from here, the pullback that happened was right there. And you can see this is not even up to 38.2%. So I'm not going to do that. So this is an extension. All right. And you can see the Fibonacci ended here and it started at the bottom here. You can see this pullback is below 50%. And I'm very sure it's even below 38.2%. So that's why I'm not looking to take it back. But if it break below here, pull back decisively and I see a very tradable candlestick, a rejection candlestick right at the top here, I will for sure take a short trade. All right, and reason also being that you can see that euro dollar has been quite in a range for like 2 years now. Okay, it's been a very big fat range. Okay, like 1 years potato tomato. All right, you can see the top is this 2023 high and this 2023 low right there, and every other thing has been inside this box. As you can see, the market is quite deteriorating, slow and steady. Like I said, we might get a sign of silence moving forward. So that is my plan on euro dollar. Although there's a possibility for us to see maybe a much full push to the upside to 2024 high, I will miss out on that buy, but I think I'll do well to take another trade on another pair than euro dollar. It's not the only pair I trade. So the next one is on UCAD, and we take a very closer look at UCAD. You see that it's ranging. It's in what I call no trade zone. As you can see right here, no trade zone. I don't trade a range, so I would rather just wait to see what happens afterwards. Okay, once it's all done, when it's all been said and done, right now maybe we're gonna get a break above here, continuation, meaning that dollar will keep being stronger than the card seems to be quite weak right now. So I think that's why dollar seems to be overpowering it, because dollar is extremely weak right now. But for fact that we're still seeing UCAD staying above this structure right here means that Canadian dollar is quite weak right now. So if we get to see a break above here, I won't actually take the buy. I won't take the bait to taking a buy. But what I would love to see is a much break of the structure. Okay, if I can see a very decent break below here, all right, I would probably take a short trade right there. If I see a rejection candlestick right there, and it has to be resisted here also. Don't forget, it has to be resisted here, and then I will look for a sell-off. Okay, all the way down here, basically. Okay, but my bullish buyers will have to be at the top here. Okay, right here at the 2022 high. If you can get an entry there, maybe I'll take a buy. Maybe. All right, but for now, the plan is still bearish, and I will remain bearish. And you can see the pair has been ranging for the past 2 years. You can see we have 2022 high right here, and we have 2022 low below here. Okay, so it's been a show. It's been more like a show. All right. So I would really love to see a sell-off, honestly, because lastly the pair is also very close to the top. Okay, very close to the top. So if we get a retest of this place and then a much further sell-off, but if I'm gonna take a buy at all, that would be at the top here. I will form a chart pattern at the top there, or price action at the top there, so I can look for buy at the top. But anything inside this box, if I'm not taking a short trade, I'm not taking a trade at all. All right. And lastly, on my top trade setup, that is going to be on pound dollar. Pound dollar is another pair that I've been watching for quite some time now. And let me take it to 4-hour bands so quickly so you can check it. All right, so right now you can see the pullback is happening, and the market decisively broke above the April 2024 high. Okay, it decisively broke above this April 2024 high right there. And right now, okay, right now it's retesting it. Okay, you can see right here it is retesting it since they broke it at the top here. So now we might actually get to see a much deeper pull to this downside. Okay, you might see the market actually go drawn down to retesting this area successfully. And if that happens, maybe this will be a much buy for me, a much better buy, a much decent buy. Because if I pick my Fibonacci and I try to pick one or two things out, you will see that that pullback would definitely do. I mean, the second pullback, which is going to be a much deeper pullback, to actually fall at my 50% Fibonacci, which is also a confluence area I love to see a trade or a pullback actually touch. So I can look for a buy right at the top there. But anything outside of that, I'm not going to take a buy trade. If it doesn't come all the way down to 50%, there's no point in buying for me. All right. So that's that. For a flip side right now, a flip trade or a short trade right now doesn't look plausible. All right. Because for me to take a short trade, I have to say this structure actually get taken out, this trend line get taken out, then maybe I'll take a short trade somewhere around there. Maybe, just maybe. All right. But for now, it looks like the strength of pound dollars is still there, the bullish trend is still there. So we might see the market actually continue to the upside. And that's all on my top trade setup. Before I go, let me take you through DXY and BTC to see what's going on over there before I actually go. So, like I said, dollar seems to be dollar seems to regain some strength on Friday, which was not the best, okay, or is not what you anticipate for as a trader. All right, because as a price action trader basically, but it happens. All right, it happens actually quite often that we wanted to or that we thought. So you can see the market broke below this support on Thursday, and on Friday it went all the way back to the upside. So two things will happen here. We might get a pullback. The market will break this intraday structure, maybe a much decent pullback, and then we look for a buy moving forward. All right, the strength is come. There's nothing we can do about it. We just have to follow the market as it's transition from bearish to bullish. Okay, so that is all about DXY. Alternatively, if you fail to break above here and then if you see the market actually fall down, okay, retest this area and then resisted from it, and then we might see a much sell-off in the price of dollar index. Okay, in the $5 index. And if you actually check the overall view of dollar index, you see that it's been ranging for like 2 years also, two years, 1.5 years. Okay, so to speak, I think it's 1.5 years, so to speak. So you can see right here the market started from here, okay, and is ranging right now from 2023, okay, from January 2023 till now, till July 2024. So that's like 1.5 years, 1 year and 7 months. Okay, so that is quite nice. Okay, and moving from this resistance zone, okay, I think there's a possibility that we're gonna get the DXY actually touch the support area again. Okay, it's gonna touch the support area again. So that is another reason why the short trade is quite possible and also plausible moving forward. So that's that on DXY. Lastly, I'm going now and I will be talking about Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin seems to be the strength of Bitcoin, the bullish strength of Bitcoin seems to be back fully now. This is actually very nice because I forecasted this and I had a short video recorded on it. All right, you can check it out later. I think the best to look for on Bitcoin is to actually anticipate for the strength to continue, probably to $80K or $100,000 moving forward. All right, but right now I don't see the bearish momentum actually happening because it has broken all the opportunity it has to continue bearish. Okay, it has destroyed it and now it's at the top. So best to wait for it. Best to do now is to wait for it to continue the sporadic bullish momentum that started or initiated since Thursday last week. And that's where I'll be stopping today. I'm going to catch you next time. Have a nice day. Trade safe. Bye for now.